T-H-E-W sleazy. Fuck, that's a terrible intro. Alright, y'all are here and you clicked on this video to hear my perfect, wonderful, always perfect sound thoughts on the new rock and roller motor car. Look at this, you can pee on it a little bit, make it perfect. Alright, so my first thoughts are that no one cares about any of the cars besides the super fast one. Yeah, I think so far everything's super well balanced. We can take a quick look at that. So each car, before we start on my actual thoughts, I'm gonna sort of break down each of the different cars for you. So we have this new sports car, whose max speed is solid 90, or max speed with boost is 90, max speed without boost is 80, so whenever you press the boost button, which is special to this car, it goes straight up to 90, and it sort of maxes out at 90. Oh, sliding away. So the max speed is 90 on this thing. Alright, so the thing that sucks about this car, besides the fact that it has the boost, is the best part, is that it goes about 35 miles per hour in the grass, so 32 miles per hour in the grass. Super buff. It's a super nerf onto how fast it is. This thing's really only fast on gravel. If you use your boost whenever you're in the grass, you get a lot more extra speed, a total whopping 10 extra points on your thing. Still doesn't matter much. Once you hit grass or land, then you're freaking zooming. Alright, now for the fierce competitor to the sports car, I will throw a little fuel into there just because why not, is the truck. The truck, whenever going at regular speed, solid 50 miles per hour, about 30 miles per hour slower than the supercar. But when you're in the grass, you don't have as much of a slowdown, so that means it's a much more all-terrain kind of vehicle. Which means when ends comes to ends, you want to pick up the truck. The sports car may be fast, but if you're just driving on roads, he's going to beat you in a foot race. So if you see a sports car and he's driving fast and all that kind of stuff, if you're trying to lose his tail, just drive off into the grass if you're a truck. Now the problem with the truck is it's got terrible acceleration. So if you're going up a hill, it's not going to really do that very well until eventually it gets enough speed and momentum. It doesn't have boost like the supercar, but what it makes up for in not having boost is all-terrain capabilities. When you're going downhill, you can get a nice speed boost. Super nice. But while we're talking about going downhill, you gotta talk about the new rock and rollin' car. Also, supercar only has 2 seats. This one has 4. You can sit in the front, 2 passenger, or you can sit in the back 2. So this one's a lot better for squads and whatnot. That one's definitely a duo and solo kind of car. You wouldn't catch me dead in a truck in duos. And then we got the big boy, the big chungus. Find these across the map. I think these are the most common. Solid 55. I think we're going about 60. This one has a much better max speed than the truck, surprisingly. So it has a better max speed, and it's a lot better at ramming. So it goes straight through a lot of builds a lot faster. The problem with this one, though, one is that it's huge as hell. But whenever you're driving on grass, it's about the same speed as the supercar, if not a little bit faster. But the big perk on this one is particularly how well it just breaks through builds, and that whenever you go downhill, it speeds up way faster than any of the other cars. Throw a little gas in it, just because why not? Get up to 30. Nice. Yeah, whenever it goes downhill, it speeds up way faster, and it maintains that speed pretty well. Max speed at about 60, so it has a better max speed than the truck. And it's a lot bigger. Bigger target obviously. But yeah, it also got a lot lower fuel consumption. Bum bum bum. Much more stable, 62. And then, last but not least, the four-door sedan, if I could find it. Just go over here to this little thing. Yeah, this thing has shit acceleration. No acceleration found here. Its acceleration is much worse than any of the other one. I'll just give you the dry run of acceleration. Oop, no fuel. Throw it in there. Get about 10%. Yeah. Now we're up to 42. I think the truck may actually have better, or this thing may actually have better acceleration than the truck. I personally think that that big truck is actually, the big ch2s is actually better than the pickup truck. Just in my own personal opinion, I feel like it's got a lot more versatility. That was actually a genius move. I forgot about fall damage. Let's see what else we got. And then, last but not least, if I could find it, the sedans should be around here somewhere. Probably in Big Truck Nation over here. Yeah, the truck just breaks through everything, or at least most of everything. It's sort of super good in that aspect. If you don't like having things in front of you, this is the car for you. If you're like breaking through people's builds, it's the car for you. And it's about as fast as the pickup truck, so in a sense, it might actually be better than the pickup truck. Just because of how well it breaks through builds. Goes downhill well. Uphill's not so good. I'm trying to find the four-door sedan, but I am clearly bad at this game. Let's see what else. These are sort of everywhere. The trucks and the four-door sedans are everywhere. The 6 things each. Okay, I should say this in a different way. Each different location has different spawn of cars and whatnot. So they generally want you to go to name locations with big buildings and all that kind of stuff if you want a car. Here's a four-door sedan, but it's got a boot on it. Some of these cars have boots on them. Can you get the boot off? I have absolutely no idea. Did they just put it on there just to make it so that some of these cars are breaking the law and you just want to break them for metal? That makes sense. Now that the cars are in, getting metal becomes a huge problem. Because I'm not sure if you remember how to play the game, but to get metal you break cars. So now getting metal is very, very difficult. Alright, here we go. We got our four-door sedan. Starting off basic. Got about a max speed of 50. Driving into the grass. That drops down to 32. So, in the grass, this is pretty much the supercar. It's not the truck, it's got the same handling as the supercar. And drives about 60 on the road, 61. So it's pretty much faster than both the big truck. I think the big truck goes to like 62 or 63 on the ground, so it's faster on the ground. The big 4x4 6 truck's faster on the ground. See, faster on the ground, and you don't have to worry about things getting in your way or anything like that. Faster off terrain. Yeah. This is just sort of, I feel like the truck and the sedan right here are meant for more well-rounded. They're more well-rounded. They're sort of like, they're there and you know that they're there, so you use them if you want to use them. But when it comes down to it, what you want is either the supercar, unless you're doing duos, or unless you're doing squads, in which case you want 4 supercars, or 2. This one's good because it's got 4 seats. I don't know, and it's pretty fast. It doesn't have boost. None of them have boost besides the supercar. That makes it go up to 90, but only on the roads. So if you see someone like way out there, approaching them with the supercar is probably not the best idea. I would like go around and do that. If you see a person over like off in the grass, whenever you have one of these things, you sort of have the option. They're going to be shooting at you. If you go into the grass, you're going to slow down considerably. So you don't generally want to approach with the sedan or the supercar. But if you have a truck, you're going to go the same speed into them. And if you have a semi, then you're just going to go even faster towards them if they're downhill, or even slower uphill. So I'll give the breakdown now that I've sort of explained all this. Are cars in the game broken? Yes. I think that they're broken against people that don't know how to build. These things have a lot of trouble breaking through builds. If they're already placed down, it does not break through builds unless you have a semi. So, if you're stuck at building, a semi is probably what you want. So that's sort of, semis sort of break builds. So that's sort of overpowered towards that. Let's see. I think that the truck itself, not this one, or the semi, truck itself is really good. It's an all-round vehicle. It has a lot more possibility of being like a team kind of truck. It's definitely suited a lot better for squads and duos than anything else. I think like just solo, it's one of those cars that you don't really pick up because you want, you sort of pick up because you have to. It's good if you want to like drive through the grass and do a lot of off-terrain. If you're more of an off-terrain player, I definitely recommend the truck, because it's just sort of, it's an all-around vehicle. It's not the fastest, like supercar's the fastest, but it'll definitely get you places and it'll allow you to avoid people. And the truck is 2-seater front, so you can only see like I'll just pull up to a truck. Alright, so the truck is 2-seater in the front, and then 2 more in the back. So you can have 2 people sitting back here spamming out, 2 people over here spamming out, 1 guy over here hanging out the window and shooting. And then the person driving. It is very hard to hit these shots whenever you're doing it, but then again, you got the windows, so just aim for the windows and you should be good. Yeah. They're just sort of an all-terrain, all-around good car. I respect this. I respect the truck. It's not going to be winning any fights, but it definitely is. It's also got 1,000 health, so just something to think about. Supercar and the sedan. So I'm sort of going to class them as that, because they're less of an all-terrain vehicle. Sedan's great. It's the sedan and the truck are sort of 2 sides of the same coin, I think. They're both designed just to be good all-around vehicles. Like, this sedan is pretty decent, I think. There may be different cars. What? This one's pretty fast. Alright, this one goes up to 55 instantaneously. Let's see what this one, the other one I just had, goes to. I could have sworn it was like 50. This one goes to 56. Alright, so this one's got a window on top of it. Not sure if that changes anything. Yeah, it's 50. Goes straight up to 50 and then goes to 56. I don't know. These two are probably the same thing. They definitely are. I'm just tripping over here. Alright. 5260. They both got 800 health. Yeah, this is just a good all-around vehicle. If you're looking at sticking on roads, this one is definitely more for like a longer trip. If you're looking to go to like Pleasant Park to Lazy Lake and you want like you're planning on doing a longer trip, I would take the sedan. If you're planning on doing like a short trip, like you're going from like here to over here or something like that, the truck is definitely better. This one's more of a long range kind of, long drive kind of thing. If you're just looking for a solid team car, these are definitely good, but you gotta stick to the roads, which is sort of what the truck's good for. It's not sticking to the roads, more all-terrain. And then the supercar, see, I think it still has 800. Yeah, 800. Supercar is really only good on the roads. On the roads, this thing is about as broken as ever. You start off and immediately goes up to 69, hovers around 69. You can't really complain about that, really. It's got good flow, good traction. Grip's a little bit low, but I think that they've done a good balance on it. The thing that's super broken about the supercar is, in fact, the boost. This is the fastest car by a landslide. This thing can go up to 90 miles per hour, specifically on the roads. So, if you're on the roads, this thing is going to catch up to you, pass you, and then shoot at you. Like, it's just going to be terrible. It's a shit show, really. How much health does this thing have? 1,000, yeah. It's also got 800, so yeah, the trucks are a bit more beefy. Alright, back to supercars. So, when it comes to just straight road game, supercar has like everything else beat. If you're fighting a supercar, like if you have any of the other cars, besides the sedan, I would recommend going and driving off. Because once you can drive off into the grass, supercar just immediately slows down. Like, look at this, I'm back to 30. If you had a truck, you'd still be going 50, and you're off, you're gone. So, there's a little balance like that. But when it comes down to just being on the road, if it was supercar versus supercar, it really just comes down to the better driver. And you want to run the other person off the road, so you want to get him to do stuff like edging on the side and doing whatever you can to slow them down. You could probably pass them and throw a couple builds up in front of them. You're feeling like it, feeling real crazy. But if they get off the road, then they're messed up. They can't drive. So that's generally your strategy. The supercar is really, like, it's broken because I can do this. I can go straight up to 90, and then I'm good for a little bit. Go straight back up to 90. The supercar is sort of like, yeah, I can't really break through things very easily. But it goes straight up to 90, and then you pretty much just tap it until it gets up to 90, and you don't use too much of your boost. They don't really want you to be driving in this car that much, so they made the boost control, or the boost burn, whatever you want to call it, super high. But it's super satisfying to do flips and shit in this car, I ain't gonna lie. Probably the best part. I ain't gonna be driving much else other than this thing, because I'm a speed demon, and like a lot of you guys, I enjoy going fast. Yeah. But I think that overall the best car will in fact be the truck. Just cold hard truck. If you are up in the mountain areas, I would definitely recommend the semi truck. Not over anything in particular, but if you have high ground and you have a semi-truck, you can build your momentum very easily. So you can just go straight downhill, start crashing into people. See, like right here, say I'm like right here, and you have a semi truck and whatnot. If you just ram into me, even if I get out and do a ton of builds, you're just gonna come straight through onto me. It's not really gonna matter, because the semi truck will just go straight through it. If I have a supercar, then pretty much all you have to do is avoid me by staying in the grass. And if you stay in the grass, then I'm messed up. You can still drive pretty good on this, not really grassy area, but like this hard dirt. So these rivers are sort of good to stick against if you have a car. You can sort of cross cars just by driving through it. But once you get onto this sort of when it goes down. Once you get on the dirt, you should be fine. There's like 3 different kinds of terrains when it comes to car. There's grass, there's dirt, and there's road. Some things are considered grass, some things are considered dirt, some things are considered road. This would be a road, or dirt. My max speed on dirt would be about 50 in the supercar. 53. It's feeling good. I was going downhill. So now I'm going into the grass. Goes straight down to like 30. This is my max speed. But whenever I hit the road, I should go straight up to like 80. Or 60. Maybe pump it up to 80 and then it'll just stick around there. Yeah, another thing about boost is you don't really need to like boost all the way until you're at 90 and max and you're just holding boost. It's sort of a waste of boost. Sort of just want to do it until you hit the general max speed, which for this should be about 80, but you can go up to 90 because it'll stick at 90 for a little bit. Yeah, and also doing it uphill is super efficient. Alright. Jump it off a hill. Again, going downhill is not going to change your speed much. They did a good job when building the physics for the momentum that you would need for this kind of thing. So everything's proper. Yeah. So, as I've seen in regular matches right now, for the next couple months, until there's like a severe meta change, they're probably gonna the games are just gonna resort to people getting cars and driving them around. That's literally what the game's gonna resort to. Like, right now, that is currently the state of the game. You get into like a normal 1v1 lobby and it's just straight into derbing around and driving cars into each other and all that kind of stuff, jumping out, getting your builds going, and oof, it's a struggle. Until there's a considerable meta change, that's pretty much what the meta's gonna be, is driving around. They're gonna nerf the cars. I ain't even gonna lie. But that's just basic game design. If you think about it, you always want to, if you're doing like a MOBA or something, and this is just like talking about making games and whatnot. If you're making a MOBA, and you have to introduce this new fleshed out character with tons of different abilities and powers and all that kind of stuff, and you're gonna be dropping them into a game where they're fighting like 72 other different heroes and whatnot. Some of them are going to be on your team, some of them aren't going to be on your team, and all that kind of stuff. So you have to create something that's balanced, that's good, that people want to play, but it's also balanced against all other 72 different characters. This is all just vague numbers if you think about it. I'm just sort of using it as an example. But whenever you're making a MOBA, generally what happens every time you release a character is that how do I say it? You release the character, and then all of a sudden, people that play the game will figure out some sort of thing that's broken about it, some sort of like game breaking, like glitch, or they'll find some sort of way to break the game so that maybe that's the only character that can do a certain trick that makes you win games super easily. And as a game developer, it's sort of your job to find that stuff and sort it out. But a good way to do that is what you practically do is you start off a character super broken, like way more powerful than it really needs to be. And then after once it's more powerful than it needs to be, then all of the problems that character would have had if you had set it regularly, so all the problems that it would have had, like balance issues and things being broken and all this kind of stuff, becomes very apparent to the game developers and the players itself, which generally causes like rage and whatnot among the community. They'll all be like, "Oh my god, this thing's so broken, they broke their game, they shouldn't have even put this in there." But in reality, they put that stuff in there so that they can find out what's broken with the character before they really release it. And in the sense of like what MOBAs generally do is they really release the character, or they legitimately release the character after they had it in player testing for a little bit. So let's say if it had a competitive game mode, like Fortnite. So Fortnite has a competitive game mode. It would be like if they added cars into the regular game mode, like just the battle royale, but they didn't add it to the game mode. They didn't add it to everything else, every other part of the game. So they do that for a reason, so they can figure out what's wrong with it. How can they balance it? How can they change the character to make it more viable if the character is underpowered or anything like that? Maybe it needs buffs, maybe it needs some nerfs. Maybe there's one character in the whole roster of 72 players that fights really well against the new character that you just got. So it's like a perfect counter to it. Like everything you do just breaks it down. Maybe that character needs to be nerfed because secretly their kit was too powerful to begin with, and all this other gaming jargon. So those are things to just think about. I think the cars right now are definitely going to change the way that this game is played. It seems like now that the fights are just going to be a lot shorter. If people get out of the cars, first things first is that whenever you hop out of your car, whenever you're fighting people, your position whenever you meet that person is going to be completely different. So they could be over there, like way the fuck over there. I would mark it, but I can't. Yeah, let's say that they're way on that hill over there, northeast. I'm like, okay, in a normal situation, I'd be like walking towards them and doing my stuff, maybe approaching them sneakily. But this way, I have a car and I can just go like drive all the way up to them. Maybe they're not prepared and they're like, oh god, this guy's got a car. And then I jump out and I'm ready to build and fight on them. So I just start going for it. And then the engagement happens a lot quicker. Wow, my controller's like legitimately buzzing right now. That's funny. What is going on? Did I break the car? It's like I turned my freaking controller into vibrate mode. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little weird. Huh. We are underwater. We still drive. Oh, I'm drowning too. That's good. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna change interactions in the game, for sure. But do I think that a skilled builder, like a skilled builder against cars, is probably not even worried about it. Wow, why is my controller's just, for some reason, just won't stop vibrating. Fix your game, Epic. Lamau. Alright, so it's going to be broken. There's going to be a lot of butthurt little 12-year-olds that don't know how to play the game that are going to be like, Fortnite's ruined. And there's going to be a ton of pros that are going to be like, that they don't know how to counter this, so it's going to be a grueling couple months before they learn how to play against this kind of stuff. But that's what being a pro is all about, is learning how to play against new metas and capturing new metas and doing all that kind of stuff. Let's see how I explain. This is sort of like, they added 4 new cars. You have your wonderful truck, which is a good all-around vehicle. It'll get you there. Probably not the fastest, but it'll get you there. You have the semi. Semi is not the fastest. It is definitely the biggest, and it'll drive through builds if need be, if it's got enough speed. Sort of poor acceleration, but once it gets up there, it stays up there. It's got a lot of momentum, and it can generally go uphill if it's got momentum. And then once it goes downhill, that momentum goes way up. You've got the sedan, which is another good all-around vehicle, though it's better to use the sedan if you're going like a further distance. Like if you're generally like, if you're like driving around but you gotta sort of take the roads but you have the opportunity to take the roads, that's what I should say. Not that you can, but you have the opportunity to take the roads. So what you do with that one is you start driving around on the roads and you get across the map a lot faster. More all-terrain, better for fuel management. And then you got the supercar, which is just fast. It's fast everywhere but on grass and whatnot. So you can't use the supercar in every situation. If I needed to go from Lazy Lake over to Slurpy Swamp, this wouldn't be particularly the best. This wouldn't be in my best interest to take the supercar. It'd be better to take like the semi-truck or the truck to get over there. If I was going over to the Frenzy Farm, since there's a nice centralized road that takes us straight over there, you can't really see it that well. Since there's a nice centralized road that takes us straight over to Frenzy Farm, it's better to take the sedan or the supercar. But the truck itself will get you over there, but with the truck you can take a completely different path that just cuts straight through. So if you had a supercar, you'd have to take this long and fast road, or if you have a truck, you can take this short and slow road. So that's sort of balanced in that way. And you don't really got to worry about it that much if you think about it. If you have a truck, you can do sort of... Oh shit. Alright, well, so my internet quality is not perfect to broadcast. Well... Alright, I think we're on here. Alright. I don't really know how much else to explain it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how broken cars are, I would say that in the state of current Fortnite, they are a solid 3. They're not broken. They really aren't. If I was a noob, how broken they would be, I would consider that a solid 7. Probably a week 7, honestly. If I was a noob and I started fighting against cars, I feel like the whole entire state of the game would go straight into just everyone picking up a car and driving around, because no one can shoot at them, no one can aim at them. It's going to be hard to hit. So it's pretty broken if you're a noob. If you're a pro, I would say that they're about a 3. I think really what we're going to see in the next couple months is the game turning in. It can't go until like the very, very final circles, harder to maneuver around the map. They're definitely good until like near final circle. It is like having a little ball that you can stay in until like you have 1,000 health, but it does a meaty chunk of damage once it explodes. It's definitely going to change the way the game's played. Fortnite will never be the same, but overall, I am happy about the changes that are happening. There's definitely going to be some broken things to be discovered, like backwards drifting and all that kind of stuff. But in the sake of showing you guys what it's sort of like nowadays, I'll see if I can jump into a game and show you what's going on in a solo match. I'm not sure how to really explain it, but pretty much everyone's just driving around. Cars are new, no one's really taking the game seriously right now. Let's see, other things I haven't mentioned. Yeah, I think there's set spawns around the map, so that only specific cars spawn in specific places. So if you're looking for a supercar, you can know where a supercar is every single time. See a little ease of access. I think, God, what's the term for it? I'm forgetting this one term. It's like daily life changes or something like that. Oh my God, I have to ease it. Ah, man, I'm forgetting what the word is. Some like daily life thing. If you play this game all the time, just makes it just slightly easier. Good way to explain it is like, let's see how I would explain it. It's like deploying this little redeploy. Like, what if they had this thing so that you couldn't, you could only deploy once, and then you couldn't redeploy? That would suck. But some games are like that. Alright. We're dropping sweaty right now, or retail. There's definitely at least 5 people here. Not feeling the most uber confident. Never mind, I'm feeling super confident all of a sudden. I don't know what just happened to me. Something just got in my pants and let me know what was all about. Oh my God, I can't even build. Alright, we're gonna kill this dude over here. Up, he got a car. He is off. He's gone. And there, right there, you see the state of Fortnite. People will simply land and then leave. Yep. Once you get a car, you're pretty much good. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh my God, my aim. Alright, take this and we're gonna go heal. Sucks that you had a blue AR, dude. You really hate to see it happen. Alright. Little crouch thing. Someone else just left. I think that guy that picked up the car originally is just hovering around. could have been bad. Good thing I crouched and turned right. I was almost stuck there not moving and whatnot, and I was like, oh man, I'm about to break rule number 1. Actually, rule number 2. Don't die. Ugh, marauders. The trick with this one is you gotta find the sniper. There's the sniper. Wow, what's going on right here? The regular ARs are actually much better at long distance. At close range, the purple and gold are much better. But the blue, green, and white have a much better spread to them. So it's a lot easier to hit your shots. Alright. Marauders keeping it interesting. Oh my god, dude. Calm your tots. Ugh. You out here sweating in, buddy? You like that? I don't have any mats. Sort of not feeling this. I ran out of bullets. Alright, bad explanation. I ran out of guns. Wait, look at my... Ugh, I forgot it reloads. I ran out of bullets. What a struggle. Alright, maybe we'll launch into a better state of Fortnite. I don't know. This is the last stream for this one video, or last game for this one video. I'm not planning on making this 10 hours long. But yeah. I can't believe I died to a bot right there. I'll get super sweaty for this one game. Playing casually does take a little toll on me. The more casual games I play like one competitive one where I'm like, I need to win. And then I play that one, and then if I don't get it right off the bat, I know for the rest of the night I ain't gonna win. If I can't like go try hard one game and then win, I'm probably ain't gonna win. Let's see what we got right here. My dude. Bom 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 bom. What's good, homie? Bom 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 bom. Alright, perfect. Another retail row. Alright. We're gonna land seriously this time. I was sort of lazy last time when I jumped. I landed at the house instead of blacktops. I'm gonna get like super sweaty with our landing. We can like hit this, jump off, land a little bit earlier. Yep, someone got the car. Supercar even. Alright. This ain't looking too good. We got 2 people next to us. Alright. 3 people if we're counting that. That's a total of 4 people landing early. Sorry, buddy. Looks like you did in fact have too many beats. Alright, I'm not gonna hit that if I try it. Let's just worry about this dude over here. He's on top of us. Oh wow, okay buddy. Alright. 2 kills already. We are popping off right now. What is going on? The first landing, we're already killing people. I'm feeling damn good. Hell yeah. Oh, we got supercharged right now too. You're grinding it. Boop. Doing that, grabbing that, grabbing that. Easy money. Ooh, cabbages. This dude's right here. Feeling it. Oh, he's fucking healing and shit. Yeah, I really hate to see it. Alright. Pick that up. I think we're pretty much good to go check out whatever these dudes are doing. That's like 30 wood right there. I ain't gonna drop that. What are these guys doing? I have no idea what's going on over there. They can do whatever the hell they want. Alright, looks like there's just one dude here. Alright. Well, my internet connection is clearly not good enough to be streaming. So I'm going to end this video right here, dude. I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you're happy. Hope you're enjoying life. Hope you're doing things you've always wanted to do, like drive cars around in Fortnite. They've been around for so long, but still can't drive them. Not sure if you remember any sort of like classic Fortnite, but there was an old mystery of why you couldn't drive the cars. And now it's been solved because it's fucking hard to put cars in games. You don't even realize it. I mean, our little dude's waving at us right now. He's enjoying it. Yeah, I guess that's how it goes, man. Peace out. It's your boy Matt Cain out here trying to fucking show you how it's done. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.